What's up, everybody? My name is Dana Harris with Young Gurus Math Tutoring, and I'm back again to drop some more math jewels. In this video, we're going to be solving rational equations. That's right, rational equations. So let's get into the first example. Example 1 looks like this. We have 1 over 4x minus 1/4. And that equals 1/2. All right, now, first of all, the first thing we need to realize is, as you can see, we have subtraction here. And whenever you're subtracting fractions, they have to have the same denominator. In this case, they do not have the same denominator. So the first thing we want to do is we want to find the least common denominator. We treat this as if it's just adding, or in this case, subtracting two fractions. So whenever you subtract two fractions, you want to have the least common denominator. Well, what is the least common denominator? We find the least common multiple of those denominators. So in this case, the least common multiple, we're going to take it from both of these. Technically, we're looking at all three of these, but the main thing we're looking at is these two, okay? So we have 4x here and we have 4 here. So the least common multiple of these two are going to be 4x. And then we're going to multiply everything in this original equation by that least common multiple. So it's going to look like this. We're going to have 4x times 1 over 4x minus 1/4 equals 1/2. All right. Now, for the sake of time and space, what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply all three of these by this term, as if we're using the distributive property. So 4x times 1 over 4x gives me 4x over 4x. All right, minus 4x times 1/4 gives me 4x over 4. And then 4x times 1/2 gives me 4x over 2. Now we're just going to simplify those three fractions. Well, 4x over 4x is 1. And then minus, here the 4's can cancel. So boom, so we're just left with x. And then 4 divided by 2 is 2. We keep our x. Now we just get x by itself. So here, I want to take this x to the right side. So I'm going to say plus x. Now I have these cancel. So 1 equals 3x. All right. To get x by itself, we divide both sides by 3. So in actuality, what it's going to look like is if I have 1 equals 3x, I divide that by 3, divide that by 3, those cancel, and 1/3 equals x. All right, and that's our solution. It's a little lengthy, but 1/3 equals x. In the next example, we're going to do the same thing, but we're just going to have a different type of example. All right. So example 2 is, let's say we have, all right, example 2. As a matter of fact, let me move this over a little bit so I can have my space to write. So if I have 5t minus 5 over t, and then I have minus 5t plus 15 over t, and that equals 1. All right, now notice these already have the same denominator, so we can go ahead and actually combine them. So I'm going to rewrite that like this. I'm going to put them as a common denominator being t, and then I'm just going to say 5t minus 5 minus 5t plus 15, and then that equals 1. All right, so now I just need to combine the like terms in the numerator over here on the left side. Well, 5t minus 5t is 0, so that's gone. And then negative 5 minus 15 gives me negative 20. So I have negative 20 over t equals 1. All right, so then now I multiply by t on both sides. So boom, those cancel. Negative 20 equals t. All right. Notice they already had the common denominator, so all I had to do is combine the like terms and then solve for t. In example 3, this one's gonna be a little more tedious. I like to give my examples, kind of go from easy and then get more difficult as I go along the way. So in example 3 here, or as I like to say, example tree, for those of you that haven't seen any of my videos before, 1 plus, let's say if I had 1 plus 4 over x minus 2, and I want to set that equal to 5 over x minus 2. All right. Here in this case, we're going to do the same thing. We still have to get a common denominator here. Well, the common denominator is simply x minus 2. It's the least common multiple of 1 and x minus 2 is just x minus 2. So I write this here, LCM equals x minus 2. That's important. So I'm going to multiply everything by x minus 2. And you'll see as you work through these more and more that some of when you multiply it by this least common multiple, some of them end up canceling out. So x minus 2 times 1 is just x minus 2. And then plus, once again, so here, here, and here. So x minus 2 times 4, so we have 4 times x minus 2. All I did was take 4 times x minus 2. I put the x minus 2 in parentheses. Now it's over x minus 2. And then equal 5 times x minus 2 over x minus 2. All right? So here, same thing, 5 times x minus 2, kept the x minus 2 in the denominator. Now, watch this. We can cancel some things because remember, whenever you have the same term in the numerator and the denominator, or the same number, same value, it cancels out, or because any number divided by itself equals 1. So boom, we can go here, x minus 2 over x minus 2 is 1. Same thing here, x minus 2 over x minus 2 is 1. We just made this equation much simpler. We keep this x minus 2 here. Now we're just left with 4, and then here we're just left with 5. That looks much simpler, doesn't it? Now we just solve for x. Well, x, negative 2 plus 4 is positive 2. And then we subtract 2, subtract 2. Those cancel. X equals 3. That's our final answer. Always remember, you can go back and plug your value of the variable into the original equation, and it should equal out when you do the math on both sides. All right?